Hello everyone and welcome back to my show. It's now Monday and it's the Monday after Levenshulme Pride. So we've had 3 days of lots and lots of events here in Levenshulme, all organised by Jeremy, my partner. And where's the brochure? My copy of the brochure. These were everywhere around the town with our map of all the venues. I think there were 32 venues in the end, of bars and restaurants and cafes and things doing stuff the whole time. And then we had something like 600 people march down the A6 on Saturday afternoon, shouting and being noisy and fantastic. And then a cabaret night and a couple of days of stalls selling all kinds of things and doing all kinds of things. And I had my art store and pictures on sale. And we're all completely worn out by Monday. Last night was a very late night with Jeremy DJing at a local bar. So it's all been fantastic. Lots of friends and really wonderful to see friends turn up and be part of it all. And missing some others who couldn't come. But there's always a moment when there's a bunch of us together and it feels like the best place in the world. Usually when everybody's up dancing at the end of cabaret night on the Saturday night and the vegan queens are singing ABBA usually. That's the kind of heart of the whole experience. Anyway, my voice has just about gone from shouting in noisy venues and talking all day long. I did quite well on my art stall. I had all kinds of bits of work out, lots of pictures of Levenshulme, paintings of local scenes, and lots of life drawing and naked men and selling all those things. And I met an awful lot of people. So it's all been good. And now it's back to work. I had no time to read over the weekend. It reminds me of that time when I said years ago on a writing retreat with friends where we were having such a good time, it was just about better than reading. This weekend was like that. There's hardly any time for reading because the stuff you're doing is just about better than reading. So I'm still halfway through 5 Days by Douglas Kennedy, which I'm really liking, as I said. I just need to get some reading time this week, some quiet time. Although I am back to work and I've been writing words this morning on this project that I'm doing for myself that I hope to publish as a kind of small book. More on that later. And I've got rewrite notes on a script that I've got to do in the next 2 weeks, so I might be a bit beset by that in the next 2 weeks, but I do promise to come back and talk to you and talk about books and stuff on here, of course. What else? Only a couple of book arrivals recently. I've slowed down on acquiring books, which is probably just as well. Through eBay, I managed to get hold of this. Now, this is something that my friend Julie Cohen, the novelist, was talking about on Instagram. It's a tie-in novel from the early 90s. And it's not a tie-in to a film or a TV show or even a computer game. It's a tie-in to instant coffee and a particular set of adverts in the UK for a particular brand of instant coffee. And the adverts went, well, we never used the phrase in those days, but viral. Everybody watched these ongoing adverts as they followed this very 1980s type couple of yuppies who drank lots and lots of instant coffee. Would they or wouldn't they? And this is Love Over Gold. They commissioned a novelist, Susanna James. I assume that's a pseudonym. I don't know. The copyright says... no, Susanna James. Anyway, this came out to advertise Gold Blend in whenever, 1992, I think. If you think you know the story, try reading between the lines. It began as a flirtation over a jar of coffee. It became one of television's most famous romances. But what do you really know about the Gold Blend couple? They're stylish, they're sophisticated, they're obviously successful, but even their names are a mystery. What exactly do they do for a living, and why are two such attractive people still searching for love? Does he have a dark secret in his past? Is she on the rebound from a disastrous affair? Here, at last, is the novel you've been waiting for, and it's irresistible, sparkling, witty, and shamelessly romantic. Love over gold answers all your questions and more, including the big one. Will they or won't they ever see eye to eye about anything other than their favourite coffee? I think it was Anthony Stewart Head who played the fella in these adverts a number of years before he was in Buffy. I'm looking forward to this. And I've got my coffee here, but it's not instant. The big question is, why are people that successful and that clearly that rich drinking rubbishy coffee? At the market stalls yesterday for Levy Pride, there was Levenshulme's Queer Club book club. They had a stall and they were giving away books. It was a book swap, or kind of, put a donation in and take away a book. And I did. They were right next to me and I couldn't resist it. And William Hussey, who I've known for years and years, actually. We met a long time ago when we were both nominated for a Teen Book Award in Leeds. We met and got on well, and he's done really, really well. In recent years, he's gone off and become a kind of megastar, writing teen gay fiction and adult crime thrillers. And this is a recent one called Broken Hearts and Zombie Parts. It's published by, I can't even see that. I can't even see the logo. My eyes. Usborne. Jesse Spark has a broken heart, and in a few short weeks he'll require major surgery to repair it, which means he only has a month to accomplish two almost impossible tasks: shoot his epic zombie movie on a shoestring budget to help him get into film school, and two, fall in love before this surgery lands him with a huge scar, because how will anyone ever fancy him after that? A savagely funny romance about body image, self-acceptance, and falling in love for fans of sex education, and Heartstopper. Hopefully it's better than both of those. Contentious view. So it's nice to have this at last. I meant to get myself a copy earlier, but it's nice to pick one up at the bookstore. Okay, I think that's it that I'm going to say. The cat is still asleep. He's been up all night going crazy, taking revenge for being neglected by us all weekend while we're out and about. So he's sleeping all day, so you're not going to see him in this video, I'm afraid. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to have some lunch and get back to work. I'll be back in a few days to talk about something else. I might read you some stuff again, or maybe do one of my read along with me videos. That would be fun. Okay, goodbye everyone, and I will see you again quite soon.